everybody, it's Brent Ryan, and I was just drinking this very refreshing Robert Earl Keen Honey Pilsner here on my front porch, and you guys showed up, and I appreciate you coming out this afternoon, enjoying this beautiful afternoon here outside. What a fine Robert Earl Keen beer that is. Good to be back with you guys this week, and I'm going to play a Robert Earl Keen song for y'all this afternoon. I hope you don't mind that. Robert Earl Keen is probably the Texas songwriter that influenced my music more than just about anybody else. I was in college at the time, and really nothing short of a musical idiot that had nothing but Nashville hit musicians in my brain for good music, and some of them were very good at the time, but I had a college buddy who would grab his guitar and come and invade my dorm room every now and then, and we'd sit down and jam, and he exposed me to some musicians I'd never even heard before because they didn't play much on the radio, and radio was pretty much all that I knew. And this guy showed me Steve Earle songs, and he showed me Hank Jr. songs, and Pat Green, and then this guy Robert Earl Keen, he's like, you got to get this record, and it's called Number 2 Live Dinner. He's like, it's got awesome stuff on it. And I went and bought it almost right away because I like a good recommendation, and stuck it in my CD player and thought to myself, like, my gosh, I've never heard anybody who sings worse than this guy does right here. And I wondered what everybody loved about it so much, and then I listened to it all the way through and thought, man, these are the most amazing songs I've ever heard. So I got over how Robert Earl Keen sang, and ever since then I've been a huge fan, and he's probably influenced my songwriting as much as anybody else on this planet. I love the storytelling aspect of his songs, and I love the humor. I love the just the almost fiction, like novel-like character portrayals that are in some of his music. It's really cool. So a couple of years ago, I was here where I live in Fredericksburg, Texas, and serving tables at a restaurant in downtown Fredericksburg, because that's what a good musician does, is serve tables so that they can pay their bills. And this fellow walks in, got this huge round cowboy hat on, and all my coworkers are kind of pointing and saying, oh my gosh, that guy's the most ridiculous looking guy I've ever seen. Look at that huge hat. And I saw him and I said, man, do you guys know who that is? And none of them knew. And I said, that's Robert Earl Keen right there. And a couple of them were like, really? Oh, that's him. And a couple of them were like, I don't know who you're talking about. And I got real excited about it. And I didn't get a chance to serve his table, which was kind of sad. But I had a friend, one of my coworkers, who was serving his table, and I really wanted to do something to kind of say hello to him without making a fool out of myself and without inconveniencing him. So I told my my server coworker buddy, hey man, will you just do me a favor, and when he is done eating, just tell him that I took care of the bill for him, and don't tell him who did it or anything. Just say one of the servers here is a huge fan of your music and said thank you for all the years of good songs that you've written. And that's, I left it at that, and then it kind of went and hid because I didn't really want to make a big scene out of it. But I guess as he was heading out of the restaurant that day, he asked who I was and wanted to meet me. So they kind of pulled me out of the back in the kitchen, and of course I was like, well, okay, he wants to say hello, I'll come out and say hi. So I come out, and he shook my hand, and he said, hey, thank you, man, for that. And he said, that was interesting. And I don't really know what he meant by that. I think maybe just the fact that I bought him lunch instead of asking for an autograph or something. I don't really know, but it was really cool. And then later on that summer, I got signed up to open up for Robert Earl Keen at the 4th in the Park event in Kerrville, Texas, the 4th of July event in Kerrville, Texas that he sponsors. And that was a really cool time. I got to meet him again. I don't think he knew that I was the same guy that bought him lunch at the restaurant in Fredericksburg that day. But those are my encounters with Robert Earl Keen and his beer. And now I'm going to play you guys a Robert Earl Keen song here. The song's got a lot of words to it. I may forget a couple. We'll see how this goes. Sherry was a waitress at the only joint in town. She had a reputation as a girl who'd been around. Down Main Street after midnight, a brand new pack of cigs, a fresh one hanging from her lips, a beer between her legs. She'd ride down to the river and meet with all her friends. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. Sonny was a loner, he was older than the rest. He was going in the Navy, but he couldn't pass the test. So he hung around town and he sold a little pot. Well, the law caught wind of Sonny, and one day he got caught. He was back in business when they set him free again. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. Sonny's playing 8-ball at the joint where Sherry works, when some drunken out of town had put his hand up Sherry's skirt. Sonny took his spook, you laid the drunk out on the floor, stuck $1 in a tip jar, walked on out the door. She's running right behind him, reaching for his hand. The road goes on and the party never ends. They jumped into his pickup, Sonny jammed it down in gear. Sonny looked at Sherry, said, let's get on out of here. The stars were high above and the moon was in the east. The sun was setting on, and when they reached Miami Beach, they got a hotel by the water and a quarter Bombay gin. The road goes on and the party never ends. They soon ran out of money. Sonny knew a man who knew some Cuban refugees who dealt in contraband. Sonny met the Cubans in a house just off the roof, a briefcase full of money and a pistol in his boot. The cards were on the table when the law came busting in. The road goes on, the party never ends. Sonny grabbed the jack, he broke the bathroom window and he climbed on out the back. Sherry took his pickup through the alley on the side where a lawman tackled Sonny who was reading him his rights. She stepped into the alley with a single shot for 10. The road goes on and the party never ends. They got back to the motel just before the break of day. Sonny gave her all his money and he blew a little kiss. They asked you how this happened, say I forced you into this. She watched him as his taillights disappeared around the bend. The road goes on forever, the party never ends. Like it was before, 21 months later at the local grocery store. Sherry buys a paper and a cold 6-pack of beer. The headline's reading Sonny, he's going to the chair. She pulled back on the main street in her new Mercedes Benz. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. Party never ends. Party never ends. Party never ends. The party never ends. There you go. That's Robert Earl Keen's song. Of course, The Road Goes On Forever. Probably one of his greatest songs from that era of his career, and happy to play it for you guys today. My name is Brent Ryan. You can find me at BrentRyanMusic.com. Please go to my website and sign up for my newsletter there so that you can hear about all the latest shows that are coming up and new announcements like the new record that I'm going to be recording here in May of 2018. And also, please go to Spotify and find me, Brent Ryan. I recently learned there's more than one Brent Ryan on Spotify, so you got to find the guy that looks kind of like me right here. See the beard and somewhat kind of a beard and a goofy looking face. Find me, the record Cinnamon Pass, and click follow on that profile. I would love to have you stay in touch through Spotify so you can find all the new songs that are about to come out. Thanks for checking in today, guys. I'm going to continue enjoying my Robert Earl Keen Honey Pilsner beer, a fine beer, listening to Robert Earl Keen songs and enjoying this beautiful afternoon. Y'all have a great day.